Coding and development. Simple calculator program in Python. This program performs basic arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The user will select the operation, and the program will perform the calculation based on user input. Function to add two numbers. The function takes two arguments, x and y, adds them together and returns the result. Function to subtract two numbers. The function takes two arguments, x and y, subtracts y from x, and returns the result. Function to multiply two numbers. The function takes two arguments, x and y, multiplies them and returns the result. Function to divide two numbers. This function also checks if the denominator is 0 to prevent division by zero errors. If the second number, denominator, is 0, we return an error message because division by 0 is not possible. If the denominator is not 0, we perform the division and return the result. Main function to operate the calculator. Print the title of the calculator program. Display the options for the user to select which operation to perform. Option for addition. Option for subtraction. Option for multiplication. Option for division. Prompt the user to input the operation choice. Check if the user input is valid, meaning it's one of the four options, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Ask the user to input the first number. The input is taken as a string, so it's converted to a float. Ask the user to input the second number, similarly converting it to a float. If the user chose option 1, add, call the add function and display the result. Call the add function, pass number 1 and number 2 as arguments, and display the result. If the user chose option 2, subtract, call the subtract function and display the result. Call the subtract function, pass number 1 and number 2 as arguments, and display the result. If the user chose option 3, multiply, call the multiply function and display the result. Call the multiply function, pass number 1 and number 2 as arguments, and display the result. If the user chose option 4, divide, call the divide function and display the result. Call the divide function, pass number 1 and number 2 as arguments, and display the result. If the user inputs an invalid choice, something other than 1, 2, 3, or 4, show an error message. Calling the calculator, 'calculator' 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 The main calculator function is invoked here, which runs the whole program. Now run our code. Like and subscribe to see more.